Hey, this video is to try to help anybody installing the LG 65-inch C8 OLED. I recently installed one of these using the LG OTW420 wall mount. Wanted to kind of go over some of the tips and tricks I used to install this, walk everybody through how far away it is from the wall here. As you can see, very thin TV. My particular installation, I was limited somewhat by the placement of my wall outlet. The LG wall mount design is very good, I would say. You're probably going to be limited by your cables behind the TV as opposed to the wall mount itself. You can see here as you walk in, all the cables and everything are hidden at the bottom. Some of the items I use to hide the cables are these little clips, 90-degree connector for HDMI and also for your coax. They make similar ones for power as well. The LG wall mount, there's other videos on YouTube you can look at. They show it going up on the wall, but there's not a lot out there that shows, with the TV on and kind of some of the articulation. There's a metal bracket that gets installed on the wall, and you screw these in the back of the TV, and these just kind of slide into those keyhole slots. There's 4 of these on the back of the TV. Definitely a 2-person job. Probably one of the more nerve-wracking things I've done, as you can just due to the thinness of it and the size overall, it's just awkward to hang. And then in my particular instance, the height as well. I've got mine tilted down slightly. That puts the bottom of the television a little bit closer to the wall. And I need to do that because of where I have my power cord coming out of kind of towards the top. But it does pull out from the wall here. You can kind of see some of the articulation. It'll go, left and right. It is limited on your stud spacing. I kind of lucked out and I was right at the limit of the adjustment. If your studs aren't perfectly in center, I would say you probably have 1 inch at most of kind of wiggle room of where you can kind of slide the bracket left to right if you need the TV to be in a specific location centered on your wall. That's probably my biggest recommendation for an improvement to LG would be make it a little bit more flexible if your stud spacing isn't perfectly on center. In addition, I also used some of this cable wrap here. It's just a Velcro sleeve essentially that gets wrapped around whatever cables you need at the back of the television. On this particular television, you can see we've got LG actually has a lot of the ports on the side of the TV here. I've again used these clips to kind of keep the cables as close to the TV as possible so you can't see it as much. If anybody has any other specific questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be updating some more reviews as I've owned the TV a little bit longer here to kind of give you my overall impressions, but overall, say I'm definitely impressed so far. Limited only by really the quality of the source that you feed it. So anyways, hope you found this useful. Thanks. All of these cable management components are available on Amazon. If anybody has any questions on the specific ones that I did use, feel free to leave them in the comments. I can go back and look up the specific part numbers that I did order. Thanks again.